Hi friends, and welcome back. I'm outside on a beautiful Saturday. The sun keeps going in and out, which I'm not real concerned about as long as I get it at some point. I'll show you what we're looking at painting here today. I'm standing by the edge of a rose of Sharon bush. Hopefully you can see that. And I'm thinking about like catching the top of it and some of the sky. This is a 10 by 10. And I'm sorry if things seem a little crooked for you. It's a little tricky when you're out here like this. All right, so we'll start off and we'll do a little sketching. I got a small brush. I am going to use my view catcher, and because it's a square canvas, we'll just open it wide open. My goal is in the end to get some of the, hopefully catch some light on them and get the effects of the sunlight. I haven't really looked at this till now, so I'm going to look through there and try to set up my composition. Like I say, I like the idea of maybe getting some sky in there. It kind of goes at this kind of angle no matter where I look, which makes sense. And I'm probably going to want a few to be my focal point. It kind of covers, you know, like this much of the canvas, and then the sky is up there. And some of those are little bud things sticking up. So what we'll do is we're going to block in all of this in like a dark transparent green. We'll do that first. We'll get a block in here, and then we'll probably wipe out where the flowers are. So let's just do that first. And we'll start off with Indian yellow and ultramarine, which is again a dark transparent green. I think I'll get a somewhat bigger brush. All right, so again, ultramarine blue and Indian yellow. And we're just going to, and it didn't tone the canvas, as you can see. I always wish I had when I don't, because I've got all this canvas to cover otherwise, so it just makes it more challenging not to tone. I recommend it. But this is a beautiful dark green. And again, the angle just kind of comes down like that. And you know, when you get toward the top, there's stuff sticking up. I think I'll put a little solvent in this to get it to move a little bit better. And with these two colors, I mean, depending on how you lay it on, you can make it feel darker or more transparent as you wipe into it. I guess this is the first time this year I've painted them. I usually do a still life with them. I love purple. Who doesn't, right? I'm going to look through the viewfinder again and look up there. The sky's a beautiful shade of blue. And again, there'll be sky holes down into here too, because some of these are just sticking up there, like say with little buds on them. Lots of stems. I put a little transparent red in there, to give it a little warmth. And again, a tone would have been nice, you know, to have a warm tone under here. But I decided to do this kind of last minute, so here we are. And I think we'll go ahead and we're going to wipe out where some of these are. Like I said, I want a few probably to be our focal point. And the sun's gone again now, but I expect it will be out, so, you know. These are water mixable oils, so my solvent is water. So I've dipped that into a little bit of water. I'm going to wipe out some of these. And I don't have to paint, you know, exactly what I see. I can choose my favorite flowers. Like here, there's a double that I wiped out. Just decide what I like, you know. It's my world, I'm always saying. Barbie's world. You know, and I can decide how many I want. Now, and I could have photographed it, of course, but I like painting from life. And with still lifes, it's your design, you know. You could have 10 people come out and paint this bush, and I promise you, they'd probably all be different. And some little buds. So we're just randomly choosing flowers. Do have to be, give thought into the fact that I don't want them to go boom, 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 you know, evenly spaced. Kind of a guess. And let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and put some blue up there for the sky. As I look up there, it looks pretty ultramarine to me. There are a lot of clouds. I don't know in the end whether I want clouds or not. I'm actually in my own yard here, so kind of tucked away here. I don't know if anybody will see us or come talk to us. That's the thing with plein air. In most cases, you're going to be in the public, and if that bothers you, it might not be for you. You just have to expect, in most cases, they're kind of drawn to it, you know, and they'll come talk to you, so. All right, so I've just taken some ultramarine and white. It's a beautiful blue up there. And we'll decide, you know, if it needs to look a bit warmer, I could always add cobalt or a little yellow. This is a Centurion panel. I don't think I mentioned that. I like them. This is their linen panels. They make oil primed and they make acrylic primed. So no matter what your medium. And the acrylic works for a traditional oil painter too. So you can go for that no matter what. And I think they may be a little less money. Don't have my umbrella up, but right now the sun's not hitting our canvas. Hopefully it won't. I'm kind of angled to the side. I just didn't want to deal with the umbrella. It's a little bit windy today. We're going to work some of this blue down in here. Like I said, if you're familiar with Rose of Sharon, there's a lot of, at the top, a lot of stems sticking up. Ooh, sun's out now. I feel it hitting me. On a new show the other day, not my work, a couple other artists at St. Clair College here in Mason, Ohio. It's abstract work. Priya Ram, I forget how you say her last name. Priya Ram, I'm sorry, I can't remember how to pronounce it. And then a gentleman. At some point I'm gonna get too old for this hanging stuff. I'm standing on chairs, hanging great big pieces of art. Walk up and down, I got home and checked my phone. I walked up and down the steps, made 11 flights of steps. So I get a workout when I'm there. And I'm in pretty good shape yet for my age, but you never know. So I may find in the end we want to go down a little further. I'm just designing as I go. But I think that's an attractive shape. And I could put clouds in if I want. There are a lot of clouds up there. That might be pretty. But I don't think I'll make that decision until we work on this. So I think I'm going to get a brush that's a bit smaller, and we're going to play around with a lot of the stems and the leaves. All right. Maybe I'll keep my view catcher on hand, kind of remind myself where what general area I'm looking at. I like the looks of these worms in there. So what we'll have to do is, we'll keep pushing things lighter as we go along. All right. Like I said, there are lots and lots and lots of stems with Rose of Sharon. Some warm, some more green. Kind of looking at the white spots that I've missed too, kind of filling those in. The stems are, of course, wood and very warm. Tell you what I'm going to do too, I'm going to get my sword brush out by Rosemary. I love this thing. It's kind of just splays out of control. And we'll use it and kind of this whole bush was here when we moved in, and it's huge. See, if you would tone this canvas in a warm color, which is another idea for you, you could kind of carve into it and expose that warm tone. That would be another way to go at this. But you can twist this and let it splay and do fun things. At the top, like I said, it's a lot of mix in more paint and put a little alizarin crimson in it. Just having fun. Let's go back to that somewhat smaller brush and like I said, some of these are just little balls, little buds. Like I said, as I look over there, I see lots of stems, but of course lots of leaves too. Trying to keep them darker at this point. You can always go lighter. And we will. The structure of them's all similar. Rows of leaves coming down like that, and then random buds. And then to make this interesting, I may do some cool greens too. Well, the sun's out now. Kind of wish it'd stay in for a while. I'm going to get some cobalt blue out to cool off some of this green. Maybe, if I can find it here. There it is. It was hiding. I mostly work like mostly a limited palette. 2 warms, 2 yellows, 2 blues, 2 reds, and a white. And then I have transparent red oxide and Indian yellow on here. That's mostly it, but I'm open to trying anything. It's a great way to learn, though, if you're learning to paint, to work a limited palette. You can add to it as time goes along, but it's a good way to learn to mix color. Okay, let's mix a little cobalt and maybe a little white. We'll get a little, I just thought it might be attractive to get some cools in here. I actually thought about painting this out, looking out my bedroom window. I've done plein air car, why not do it that way, right? It wouldn't be in the sun. Oh, it's a hummingbird. Oh, nice. A hummingbird just hit the blooms. Love it. I'm kind of waiting on the flowers. Well, that was cool. I don't have a feeder out, so I don't see many hummingbirds. All right, so I'm kind of looking. If you follow me, I've told you before, we do a yearly trip every year with my one group, and we go in October. This year we're going to Madison, Indiana. I've been there before. I love it there. It's like a small city, wonderful architecture, and just blocks of great buildings and houses, and which I love. So right up my alley. Yeah, most of the light is toward the top. Go after some of those white dots that I soon as I touch that, it gets into the sun. Have you noticed that? A little palette knife, get that in there, that's fun. Wow, it's hot. I just assume the sun stayed in until we get further along. We went in. How nice. I love painting views with sunlight on them, but it can make it challenging. Just trying to vary my greens. And some abstract work too. The flowers are, actually there's a couple of different colors as I look up there. They're purple, and which I would make with crimson and ultramarine, but some lean more toward blue and some lean more toward red. So see that one, because I didn't mix my paint very well, looks more pink. Then we're getting some color on them, and then we'll they die off pretty quickly. I think they only bloom for about one day. So there's always like these kind of wilted blooms everywhere. And then we can do some buds here and there. Oh, we're getting some light. I was hoping it wouldn't catch any light. We may have to move it. The light makes it hard. I see all the canvas texture. Let's see if we can rotate it a little bit. All right, where are you? Let me see if I can see what you're seeing. Hopefully that's still good. It's plein air for you. It's kind of playing down on the idea of suggesting a cloud, maybe. This is why I tone, because for me, I don't like seeing canvas peeking through. I know a lot of artists do, and you can add a sparkle to it, I guess, but I find myself covering them up. Yeah, it's pretty thick. You know, we're looking at the top part, and again, the sky comes down through the top, but it gets pretty thick in here. And most of the flowers up there are catching light. Back from it a little bit. Ooh, I should have put real shoes on. I'm in here in sandals and my feet are burning. It kind of feels like a little bird, a random stroke there. I'm going to take my rubber knife and kind of do a little blending down here. You know, maybe make it feel a little darker. Like I said, if we had our tone under here, see, we could cut in right now and expose that with this rubber knife. I may do a little bit anyway. Sometimes the canvas gets stained just from working on it. You know, when you're outside, it's really hard to judge whether you're light enough. It's a common mistake to realize you're not when you get it inside, and these may not at all be light enough. So I may have to, you know, light. A lot of times an orange will give you the feeling of light, but you know, with the flowers being purple, I am going to try something here. Let's see what this does. This is Naples yellow. You don't hear me mention that one very often, do you? Gotten so I play around with it a little bit. I noticed Craig Nelson likes it. It can really give you a feeling of light. I really like the purple blooms though, so I don't know that I want to, you know, kill them all with this. I'm going to throw in some pure crimson, which is darker, and see, you know, it's all comparison. So if I get part of it darker, then hopefully part of it feels lighter, right? Sun went in again. I'll have to get away from it and decide how I feel about it. We'll see how that feels in the end. We definitely have all these things sticking up. Let me see if I can tell how long we've been filming. 42 minutes. I mixed a little orange up. I'm gonna Oh, you could just pick at this forever, couldn't you? All right, I think I'm gonna quit and look at it and see whether I feel like I have enough sense of light or not. Maybe more palette knife work, you know, that texture can really help. Lots of bees. All right. I guess I don't mind some of it being a bit abstract even, you do a little blending. Kind of that interesting happy accident. I kind of like that. Blend some of those colors up into the sky. Why not? A little too much. All right, thank you for joining me. Just a beautiful day. I just wanted to get out. We'll see how I feel about it. Like I said, I'll get it inside and take a good look at it. I actually like that I blended some of that rosy color into the sky. Do a little blending at the bottom because I don't want your eye going down there. All right, thank you for joining me again. I think we're about close to an hour. All right, like and subscribe, please, if you hadn't. If you could spend more time watching my videos, that would help. I'm pretty close to, I have to have 3,000 watch hours in a year, and I'm up to like 2,500. I probably won't make it for the year if it goes up, but if I did, I could get monetized. So I would appreciate, the more you watch, the more it helps. All right, thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy this weekend. All right, catch you soon.